like tapered and
yeah, they do it all.
And then as the oak then dries out, everything goes.
It does
and
and sticks together with those.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Now, some of this wood here isn't oak. It's called pitch pine, but it's a really good one because it's sort of waterproof. So the ones...
Is that, sorry, I got
Yeah.
a thought. Could
do
you not
ask.
see like a V or an X there? Is that some sort of date on there?
Well, I think it's just where they've cut it, you know, it's not particularly carved. But what they did, you see, this roof was like this once, at that angle, but the tower at the other end, it used to have two towers, it collapsed and went to they changed this roof to this shape. So the tower at the far end, which isn't there anymore, where we'll show you, where the wooden doors are, there was another tower. So there were two towers, but this tower that we're going up had a spire on the top. But in 1786, there was a bit of an earth tremor, but the tower had already been in poor repair, it got cracks in it, and that tower actually collapsed on Easter Monday. Now it's good, not on Easter Sunday, on Easter Monday. If it had been Easter Sunday, a lot of people might have been killed, but it was Easter Monday, so it was okay.
Nobody was around.
It was nobody was around. Nobody died in the whole of the city. Well, one person actually died, but it was nothing to do with the cathedral. But so they changed it from this.
I really want to look outside.
To that show. Yeah, we are going. Don't worry,
Yeah,
dear.
we're going.
Anyway, so look, here are the
Scaffolding
scaffolding
Yeah,
which are called put logs, where they
Put logs.
put the logs for the scaffolding. And they didn't, on the outside they've put a piece of stone, but on the inside they haven't, because they could just put them in again and readjust everything.
They used to go through to the other side of the wall, and then you'd put like a cross member the other side to hold everything together so you could climb up.
Yes.
They're called put logs.
Yeah.
Modern day ones now, you put the metal ones in a fire and you beat them with a big hammer.
So how would they have done the old roof if it
To
was
get-
not as...
Well, they
was
just
more
would have
pointed.
stripped it all off
But was it
and
like
taken,
this one?
the angle was more like that. And they took all the wood down, it was like that angle.
Yeah.
But they decided to make it this angle because how it looked. No, because of how it looked. Because half of a big tower had fallen off and it looked wrong, so they made it look okay. And some of these, you see, look, you can see where that bit, that's a piece of timber, obviously had some timber going in, but they've used it in a different way. They rejiggled it.
Look at this, from the old stuff to modern day technology.
Absolutely. Somebody gave £1 million. Look, so now, so if you look, that's it. If you look down here, you can see. Can you see at the bottom? There's a tomb right over there,
Yeah.
and that. Look at by the lady's foot. Can you see that? See the tomb with the two people lying?
Yes.
So look at her, where her leg is.
Yeah.
Can you see the baby?
No, not from here.
Oh, you can. Can you not?
No.
Perhaps your eyes are not so
Yeah,
good.
no.
Yeah, well, go downstairs later.
I'll have a look.
And there's, from her knee down, there's a baby.
Okay.
And what happened was she gave birth to the baby, but the baby sadly died quite soon after childbirth.
Okay.
But that's a very special tomb because there's only not many in the whole country. There's two in Herefordshire, one at Bodenham and one here.
Do you mean it's unusual because it's a baby?
Because the baby's been depicted
And it's
on
not
it.
unusual.
It's not usual.
Okay.
If the baby, but anyway, that person, Denton, he had that effigy made of himself and her, and he obviously didn't die, but he put that there as a mark of respect to her and built that lovely tomb. And then he did actually go and live in Buckinghamshire, and he did remarry, but I don't know, he died 10 years later. That was in 1781. But look at the tiles downstairs, and they were made in the Goodwin tile factory, which is in Lugwardine.
Yes,
And there was
it's-
one, the lady told me this morning, in Hereford. Anyway, this normally, years ago, they walked out, and these bars weren't here in this glass, and they walked straight across on the floor. Because if you look straight level with our feet
Yes.
across the other side, there used to be a floor. That floor there was down.
With octagonal
to,
shape.
to
Oh,
here,
really?
That was all down
to
here.
this
That's,
level.
that's why there's a door over there then.
Well, that's going to another one of these.
Yeah, but the door would have
Areas,
been there
yeah.
because there's a door there, so
That's
it should
right.
have been a
so
floor.
you would
so
have walked across,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
bells would have been rung there.
Oh.
But the Victorians put this extra.
Oh,
They've made it stronger. Look, some of these blocks, and they've put metal in and made it stronger because of that tower collapsing.
Okay.
They've strengthened it, and they decided to put the floor higher, and then that's allowed windows to be in here. So
Okay.
it's called the Lantern Gallery because it makes the cathedral much lighter, allows more lighting.
Yes, of course.
But they only had to walk this far then, but now the bell ringers have to go up where we are.
Yeah.
So come round the sides.
What were you saying?
Just look,
Sorry.
just look through there, and you don't
Yeah.
have to see it with the glass.
Oh, yes, that's
Yeah.
It's more a little bit
Yes.
Yeah.
togetherness
It's not
with it.
Yeah.
reflecting, is it? Yeah.
nice.
So, along here, down there, where those two wooden doors are, look down that.
Yes.
That is where the other tower was.
I wondered,
So
yes.
what we are in, this shape, would be at the other end. But when it collapsed, a couple of those rounded pillars down there also got spoiled, and they had to rebuild those as well. But
Those, all of them, or just that one?
no, just a couple
Yeah.
on the left. But this once was much longer. But anyway, that's what's happened. And when
So-
you go outside of the cathedral and look, you'll see the space where the tower could be, you know, and it was quite close to the gates of the cathedral. You know, it was a much bigger building.
As paintings or postcards with
Yeah, there are, we
tower.
can show you, yeah. Well, there's a stained glass window in one of the chapels that I can show you, but they were doing some prayers in there. But when we go down, we'll take you to that. And you can see the two towers. And this tower had a spire on the top, and they took that down because they thought of the weight. Yeah. But you can see again how it's strong. So these blocks, they weren't meant to be seen. So when you look across below,
Yes.
it's all beautifully decorated. But above this floor, it isn't because nobody was meant to see it. Yeah. So they didn't do it.
That is high up here, mine.
But when you come here, look across down there, look,
Yeah.
to this angle, and you can see where the organist sits. Can you see where he sits? So he sits that side. It's a bit strange, but the organ is over